I've learned over the years, it's not good for me to see pictures of myself every day. I tend to get triggered by something, whether it's a picture of me where I feel like I looked like my tummy was too big, or like someone said that I looked pregnant or something, and that'll just trigger me to just starve a little bit, just stop eating. I would have defended it to anyone who said, I'm concerned about you. I was like, what are you talking about? Of course I eat, it's perfectly normal, I just exercise a lot. There's always some standard of beauty that you're not meeting. Because if you're thin enough, then you don't have that ass that everybody wants. But if you have enough weight on you to have an ass, then your stomach isn't flat enough. It's all just impossible. You don't ever say to yourself, like, I've got an eating disorder, but you know you're like making a list of everything you put in your mouth that day, and you know that's probably not right. But then again, there's so many diet blogs that tell you that's what you should do.
There's a lot to unpack. Hey everyone, I'm Abbey Sharp. Welcome to Abby's Kitchen. Today we're going to be discussing and actually following megastar Taylor Swift's diet, with some Abby twists, of course. As always, I am using her alleged meals as a template for teaching gentle nutrition and inspiring what I decide to make for myself that works for my body and just my cravings that day, which means it's not to be replicated by anyone else. I want to also note that this diet was compiled from primary and secondary sources, so I really cannot speak to its legitimacy or accuracy. Now, before we get into the food, I want to talk about this memorable clip from Taylor Swift's 2020 documentary, Miss Americana. In this vulnerable moment, Taylor opens up about her past struggles with eating and body image that she had struggled with since living in the limelight. She discussed obsessive exercising, calorie restriction, and nearly fainting in every show. But what I felt was most telling was when she said this.
But then again, there's so many diet blogs that tell you that's what you should do.
Yep, even a mega superstar multimillionaire with all the resources in the world is not immune to the pressures of diet culture online. She's not necessarily just able to overlook all the blogs and videos out there that convinces every day that eating disorder behaviors are normal and to be celebrated. As Taylor said herself, it's impossible. She also makes a really excellent point in the documentary that celebrities are essentially held to an aesthetic standard of the age in which they got famous, which means that Taylor is somehow expected to maintain the frame of a prepubescent girl, like a legitimate child. But spoiler alert, if you guys haven't watched the documentary yet, Taylor has put these restrictive behaviors behind her as she has found a way, as she puts it, to change the channel in her brain. Let me hop in here super quick to tell you about today's sponsor, Homoglow. So ask my husband and my parents, or basically anyone else that has ever lived with me, I'm not the tidiest person in the world. Where I may excel in like my time management and organizational skills, I completely fall apart in my ability to like close a cupboard door or make my bed. I really do try, but between work and my family responsibilities, the house does seem to get a wee bit cluttered. But I mean, like with 2 boys under 5 and a dog, it would be kind of creepy not to live in perpetual chaos. Am I right? That said, a messy house and workspace often results in a messy headspace. Like, I sometimes just feel that I can breathe deeper and concentrate better when I don't just see piles of junk everywhere I look. So I was really excited about working with Homoglow, which is a 5-star house cleaning service at really affordable prices. This service is amazing for families or single folks who need regular or occasional cleaning support because their online booking capabilities let you instantly schedule a cleaner in your area on the fly. So whether you're hosting a party, need frequent upkeep, or you've been given like a last-minute warning that your in-laws are dropping by, it can take a huge stressor off your plate. To schedule cleaning, you simply head to Homoglow's website and choose the day, time, and duration for your cleaning. And you can browse the candidates' reviews and background checks before you book. 100% of the fees and tips go directly to your cleaner, and you can pay per visit or sign up for their Forever Clean membership to save $30 an hour on future cleanings. So if cleaning or tidying often falls to the bottom of your endless to-do list, head to homoglow.com/Abbey Sharp to get your first cleaning for $9 and take one huge mess off your plate. So let's change the channel together today and eat like our favorite anti-hero, the brilliantly talented Miss Americana, Taylor Swift. Abby, please tell me a foodie love story. Let's do it. Are you ready for it? I am legit so excited for today. I'm kind of low-key obsessed with Taylor. I think she is a creative mastermind. Like, everything is so meticulously thought through with her. And like all geniuses, she starts her day with coffee. We love to see it. So Taylor apparently self-identifies as a Starbucks addict. Same girl, same. But unlike me, because #budget, Taylor insists on having a Starbucks coffee every single day. On the weekdays, she goes for a skinny vanilla latte. And on the weekends, she's all about the pumpkin spice latte. So it's Friday when I'm filming this, so I don't know if that constitutes the weekend or a weekday. Also, biggest life question of all time, is Sunday the start of the week or is Monday? I'm team Monday start of the week. Sunday is still fun day in my books. What?
On Sunday, would you say next Monday?
No, I'd say Monday.
So would you not say that that would be the start of the week then? If you said this Monday?
Whatever. Why? Okay, I feel stupid now. Anyways, let's order a coffee, and we gotta do it Taylor style, spend the dough, and get ourselves a bucks. I was gonna go with her weekend option because A, I don't like skim milk, but B, I just want it to be the weekend. But apparently, they're not serving the pumpkin spice anymore. It's the dead of winter, so yeah, I guess I gotta go with the skinny vanilla latte. Better than no latte. It's not bad. It's sweet. I don't love the kind of faux sweetener, but if Taylor's into it, I'm gonna do it for her. Okay, so you know what I say about coffee, you drink it how you like it, but I want those of you who have a similar kind of healthy in the week and go ham on the weekend routine to get curious about your why. I don't know Taylor's intention or rationale, but generally when there's a rule like this, especially one that explicitly juxtaposes being good and being bad, a la skinny, it may keep us trapped in scarcity mentality, which can ultimately wear away at our relationship with food. And this is a super benign example in my opinion. Like, it's a coffee drink with a bad name. Whatever, you do you. But if you find yourself always eating clean in the week and then indulging on the weekend, it may be worth reevaluating your rationale for these rules. I'm not at a point in this day where I'm like ready to fully unpack this because my latte has not yet arrived, but we're not out of the woods yet, friends. I'm gonna circle back to this topic real soon. I'm feeling a lot more like myself now, so let's talk about breakfast. So Taylor told Bon Appetit that her go-to breakfast is buckwheat crepes with ham, Parmesan cheese, and a fried egg on top with some freshly squeezed orange juice. Girl, my go-to breakfast is like a latte I make myself, some peanut butter toast that I whip up as I run out the door, and usually my kids' snotty leftovers in a bowl.
The mucus queen is yours.
But I'm definitely not mad about this, though I know people are definitely going to have something to say and some questions about the ham situation. Abby, what's the deal on deli meats? So the research on ultra-processed meats like deli meats is, as usual, a little bit complicated. One 2022 review found that processed meats and red meats were significantly associated with an increased risk of mortality. Yet another 2022 review, including over 1 million participants examining the link between type 2 diabetes and ultra-processed foods, found a dose-response effect, aka the dose makes the poison. Now, in terms of the common claim that ultra-processed meats cause cancer, a 2019 meta-analysis including studies following patients anywhere between 2 to 34 years old found low to very low evidence that lowering consumption of red and processed meats resulted in very small decreases in cancer incidence, as well as cardiometabolic outcomes and all-cause mortality. So I don't suggest eating deli meats every single day. It is a convenient source of protein, iron, and B vitamins, and fine in moderation. As for the nitrate argument, again, the dose makes the poison, and I've got a whole video unpacking those questions right here. Okay, it's been a while since I've made crepes, so I am going to do my best to follow the instructions on this one. We need 2.5 cups of water, 1.5 cups of buckwheat flour. Again, you're not supposed to do this. 1. Yeah, that'll do. 2. Then 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I mean, sounds pretty simple. All right. It's very thin. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. Annoying. I just need so many steps.
A few minutes later.
Hi. Major skepticism here, folks. Major skepticism. But maybe. Might work. Still wet. This is stressful. Like, I'm not great at flipping pancakes, never mind a crepe that is edge to edge in my pan, and I'm definitely gonna burn my fingers just trying to get it off. What's the technique here? Oh. Okay, maybe I should have let it sit longer. Pretend that side. Well, you know what they always say, the first one's always a bust. It's just a practice round. Clearly I needed more time. Oh no, it really stuck. Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Nice even coating. Let's try this again. Take 2. I believe in you. Just having a mindful meditation moment. Praying to the crepe gods. I just need one good crepe. Just one. Is that too much to ask for? I think I need to somehow flip it. Oh, I've got an idea. Again, as you can see, I'm not following a recipe. I'm just trying to use my intuition here.
But you still have to slide it off onto the plate first, that's the thing. Or else you're just going to put it right back on the same way.
I have to slide it off.
Yeah, because then you have to flip it anyway.
I was gonna just dump it.
Yeah, but then you'd have to flip it anyway again.
No. Poppy! All right, I got a better idea. We're just gonna use a whole grain wrap. Fry an egg, because that I feel like I can do. Is that a shell? Nah. Fiber. All right, we're gonna slap down some ham, because I'm in a bad mood now. That took a lot of energy, and it was not worth it. Ham down. Now, Taylor didn't include any veg, but I am going to add some spinach that I've got. And I've got some leftover mushrooms and onions here from dinner last night. Always a natural pairing. Gonna throw some cheese down, Parmesan. Lots of it apparently. And what else has to go in here? Egg, cheese. I mean, that's all she said. I guess we just need to warm it up. One sec. Should I put it back in the pan? What is happening? I think I will, just to get it crispy. We're really freestyling here, folks. Living on the edge. Let's do a recap. The buckwheat crepe was a bust, but I have a whole grain crepe here, and if you ask me, it looks like a buckwheat crepe. Yet, it was a lot more cooperative. So Take a tip, folks. So we got some carbs and fiber in our wrap, plus all of our fruit that I added on the side and some extra veggies I snuck in there as well. We've got some protein in the ham and the egg, lots of fats as well from the cheese, egg, ham, all the good stuff. I'm pretty excited about this. It was a lot of work, but mainly because step 1 failed so miserably. The caramelized onions totally made it. You belong to me. All right, got some fuel in the tank. Now it's time for some movement. So according to WebMD, Taylor loves to run. Of course she does. And yes, that does make sense, I guess, because stage work is like an Olympic sport. Very, very physical, heavy cardio going on. But Taylor didn't have 2 big boys smash out her lady flower and cause severe prolapse and diastasis.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
So I'm gonna pass on the running, if you don't mind. But Taylor is also super into Body by Simone's dance / body weight workout. And I found one on YouTube. It's 20 minutes, very doable. So let's try it. All right, got a little bit of work done. Let's talk about lunch. So Taylor told WebMD that during the week she tries to eat healthily. So that means salads, yogurts, and sandwiches. Note the whole healthy during the week thing, but I digress. In an interview with World Magazine, she specifically mentioned really liking to make tomato, pesto, mozzarella, paninis, and of course, some salads with lots of veggies or fish. This sounds great. Totally sounds like a meal I want to put together. Let's get to it. First step, a little pesto. Maybe a lot of pesto. I don't know. I like the flavor of pesto, so I'm gonna load her up. You can make your own pesto, but mama don't have time. So, store-bought she is. It smells amazing. Lots of that. Now, cheese on top. A little tomato action. Yeah, look how good this is. All right, and then lots of cheese. And because it's a panini, I feel like we should warm it up on the stove. So let's get to that. Just gotta give it some time here, folks. Go to bed. Go to bed, my friend. Go to bed. It's dangerous. While that's toasting up, we'll just make a little side salad here. Some tomatoes, some bell pepper. Let's do some of this avocado here. Boop. Boop. La 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 la. What else? Ooh, get some chickpeas because we want to add a little extra protein in this meal. Boop, boop. Gotta get those chickpea skins out. All right, there you go. Cheese action. We want to go feta or yeah, let's just do the feta. Add a few little nuts for some extra crunch. And I got this really good green goddess dressing. It's like, it's gonna just come out. There you go. There you go. All right, let's recap. We got carbs in our bread. We've got protein in the chickpeas, plus the cheese and the nuts, healthy fats in the pesto, nuts and the avocado, and tons of fiber going on. And she is a thing of beauty. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Okay. Terrible. This sandwich turned out all too well. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab my kids from school shortly, and usually the first thing that they ask for when they get in the car is a snack. So I found this recipe called the Swift Shake that Dr. Oz designed for Taylor Swift. And ironically, it's not a shake, which is confusing. It's more like energy balls, which sound awesome because my kids love an energy ball. So let's try them out. 3/4 of a cup of flaxseed. And I feel like we don't need to be that specific with this recipe. Okay, 1/4 cup of peanut butter. Good enough. Little squirt of honey. Dry cranberries, 1/4 cup. Okay, get out of there. And some dark chocolate chips. Okay, so according to our buddy, Dr. Oz, we mix it together. A lot of flax. So I guess it's got to like kind of clump. Okay, you mix it together. And then according to Dr. Oz, you just like shake it into clumps. Oh, I see what he did. Like shake, shake, shake it off.
Got nothing in my brain. That's what people say.
This is looking terrible. Really? Like we couldn't have just rolled them into balls? Looks like someone took it's like Poppy puked on my plate here.
Puked. It looks like she took a big.
Yeah, it looks like with some like, she got into the dried cranberries, maybe a few chocolate chips. Not unusual for her. All right, well, I guess that's that. I mean, let's try them. I mean, we can't knock it till we try them. Nope, 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 I need a lot of water. Well, this day has not gone well for me. Yeah, they're definitely nutritious. We got lots of fiber, healthy fats in those flax and the peanut butter, protein, all the good stuff, but they look like my dog's diarrhea. And they're gonna be a bloody mess to take these into the car with the kids. Would you ever feed these to children? You are asking for a full-on disaster. Poppy, are cranberries safe for dogs? Chocolate's not. Ugh. I don't even think you'd eat this. Well, another day, another lesson of what not to do. Okay, let's talk dinner. So apparently dinner also kind of depends on if Taylor is living her like weekday or weekend life. On the weekday, Taylor told World magazines that she makes a mean barbecue chicken and also really great pasta dishes like her shrimp scampi or chicken with capers. She's also a huge Barefoot Contessa fan, me as well. And some of her favorite recipes are the mustard roasted fish and spaghetti and meatballs. As for the weekend, she told Bon Appetit that she loves comfort foods like burgers, fries, ice cream, etc. And she's not fancy about it either. She loves to dip her French fries into like the Wendy's Frosties or have like a McFlurry from McDonald's. A girl after my own heart. She also apparently loves the chicken nuggets at McDonald's, and she's a big fan of burritos with added chips for some extra crunch. Hello. And you know what? I definitely want to try out that whole burrito hack, and I want to demonstrate how we can make weekend food like for the weekdays and vice versa. And speaking of this whole weekend weekday dichotomy, Abby, can you give us some thoughts? Okay, so let's finally talk about this reoccurring theme of like weekday food and weekend food. This concept may be completely common and normalized, but it is ultimately grounded in diet culture's notorious dichotomous all or nothing thinking. You're either being good or you're eating bad, you're eating clean or having a cheat. I mean, if this is something that you regularly do yourself, know that you are not alone, but I invite you to get curious on the why. Like, what's the fear or anxiety motivating these rules? Why can we have like full sugar, full fat lattes on a Sunday, but we have to drink skim milk and sweetener in the week? Why can't we have comfort foods on a random Tuesday? What would happen if we were to choose 2 other completely arbitrary days to indulge? Ultimately, this concept may seem benign, and to a lot of folks it totally is. But if you have a history with disordered eating, it can be a slippery slope. Personally, I know that when I kind of physically recovered from my eating disorder, so like I was weight restored, and I also wasn't having obsessive thoughts about counting calories or over exercising, but I still found it really hard to truly let go of some of this kind of weekday structure. And this kept me from truly reaching food freedom for a very long time, because even though I would occasionally allow myself the forbidden foods, it wasn't necessarily when I actually wanted them the most. It was when the rules said I could have them. And that actually perpetuated a lot of body distrust, because I was eating when I was full and satisfied and not eating when my body and mind craved it. Taylor herself reported to Bon Appetit that she keeps a supply of binge foods in the house, like ready-made cinnamon rolls or a container of cookie dough. And I'm not suggesting that this is disorderly or an eating disorder binge, but it's a good reminder that old habits do die hard. And we can be physically recovered while still putting out little fires everywhere. True recovery is potentially a lifelong process. So in situations like this, my gentle nutrition suggestion would be to challenge those rules. See what it would feel like for you to have a full fat latte or ice cream in the week. Is it scary? Is it a relief? And what happens on the weekends with those novelty foods when you have allowed yourself access all week long? Research suggests that one of the greatest predictors of a binge is restriction. And when we allow ourselves unconditional permission to eat the foods that we love, we knock them off of their pedestal. They lose their moral power. We can have our dessert without obsessing that it will be the last sweet nothing we can get our little paws on all week. Because I'm not gonna make a burrito after I just made failed crepes. Okay, come at me. All right. Got a fat, oh my God, it smells good. I'm not sure which one is which. Did you get burrito sauce? Has only burrito sauce. That's mine. This one's yours. She's heavy. She's heavy. We went to town with the toppings over here. I could have skipped the workout. All right. Is this gonna be, oh yeah, look at that bad boy. She's called a fat bastard for a reason. Okay, let's get some hello, Mama. Okay, I just want to say that I know that this is part of Taylor's like weekend food regimen, but burritos are actually inherently pretty well balanced. So like we've got lots of protein in our chicken and our beans. We have tons of veggies I put in here for some fiber. Plus we've got the guacamole, which they added no charge. Love that. For some healthy fats and some extra fiber. Cheese in there for some fats. I got some hot sauce and some salsa for some extra flavor. I mean, oh, it looks so good. And we have to try this out. How do I do this? This did not come with instructions. It's probably gonna cut my mouth like a razor. That is so good. Taylor, you are a genius. Now I'm definitely craving something sweet, and I know that Taylor apparently loves to bake. So according to Bon Appetit, she is big on baking cookies and pumpkin cake, and I actually made her try cookies in my holiday video, and they were so good. So I found this Reddit thread here where like all of her diehard fans have compiled all of Taylor's favorite recipes. I love it. And like all the little desserts that she's made online. And she's definitely into the fall pumpkin flavor. So it's like lots of pumpkin recipes here, and we love to see it. I also am obsessed with pumpkin everything. So we're gonna do a really super simple pumpkin loaf cake with like a cream cheese swirl, because cream cheese frosting makes everything way better. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna try my best to read the recipe, because you guys know I suck at that in general, and I will inevitably mess this up. I've already messed it up in terms of the measurement cups, but it's asking for 3/4 of a cup pumpkin puree. I've got a half a cup here. I'm gonna just have to eyeball the half of the cup. That looks about half. I should measure, but I can't bring myself to. It's like a compulsion. Just can't do it. Okay, eggs, 1, 2. That was the worst. Oh, guys, I only do this when Brody's watching. Honestly, I'm really good at cooking and baking, and oh my God. When everyone's watching, I just get in my head.
Just keep your head in the game.
All right, eggs in, vanilla, sugar, that we need a lot of. And I'm not gonna like try to healthify this, like that. I'm not using date sugar, coconut sugar, maple syrup. It doesn't actually matter, folks. Like it's all the same. And I wanna just do it the way that Taylor does it. So I'm gonna follow the recipe. Oh, Brody's shaking his head at me. I'm sorry. I'll just do a little bit less on this one. I mean, I definitely learned in culinary school, you're definitely never supposed to measure ingredients over the bowl, because that's exactly what happens. But whatever. I don't want to make like a big to-do out of this. It's just pumpkin bread, guys. I'm not making a souffle. Okay. I'll add the pumpkin pie spice while we're waiting. I'm melting butter, and literally every single time I do this, it just explodes in my microwave. Okay, I caught it right at the next time. Okay, so already I'm deviating from what the recipe says. The recipe calls for a half a cup of vegetable oil. I probably have vegetable oil, but my little culinary hack is when they ask for vegetable oil, go for butter. Like, it just tastes better. And if you have the butter, yes, it's more expensive. There's no question. And I'm not doing this in some kind of like health move. I don't give a about using vegetable oil in baked goods, but I just think it tastes better every time. Tastes like more homemade, more like your grandmother made it, right? Because grandma's always used butter. Now there's eggs in this mixture, so I've got to go slow because I just melted this and I don't want it to scramble my eggs, so. That's down. It smells so effing good. What's gonna make it smell even better is the pumpkin pie spice. So 1 teaspoon and a half a teaspoon. Let's go with, we need a teaspoon and a half. 1, 2, 3. Great. I have to add salt, half a teaspoon. In. What else? Baking powder. 2 teaspoons. I'm a little shaky today. I've had a lot of caffeine because your girl woke up at 3 a.m.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning.
Couldn't get back to sleep, so I just kind of came down and started my morning ritual. 1 cup and 3/4 of a cup. Okay. Again, you're not supposed to do this. I would have failed my class if I did this. The great thing about being an adult is you can do whatever the fuck you want. And no one can tell you differently until the internet comes at me because I f***ed up a simple loaf cake. That looks about 3/4 of a cup. Excellente. Okay, now we mix. This is like almost as messy as when I allow my children to accompany me in the kitchen to make cake. Whoa. All right, let's make the cream cheese bit because that looks amazing. Okay, 8 ounces cream cheese softened. I'm hoping this is softened enough because as usual, I forgot. Even set myself an alarm to take it out of the fridge and I still forgot. So, welcome into my life. Key is to just like cut it into small bits so that you can blend it up better. Okay. 1 egg. That's my lipstick. They said it's long wear. That, my friends, was a lie. More sugar. That's good. More vanilla. Oh, there wasn't supposed to be vanilla in the other part, but whatever. No one's gonna be, no, it's not, vanilla's never ruined any recipe. And then a little bit of flour, apparently. I better make sure that that's supposed to be in there.
Always my grandpa's secret ingredient for pancakes.
Flour?
Vanilla. Even though like everybody uses
That's
it.
not f***ing secret, like.
I know, we just let them have it.
That's so funny. You're like, but everyone does that. It's like, ooh, we add a little cinnamon for a special touch. This is the family secret recipe. I badly want to eat this, but there's raw egg on it, and I know the comment section will be full of trolls. Even though, guys, I know you all do it too. So we've all had our fair share of raw batter. All right, we need a loaf pan. So apparently half goes down. Then we put the cream cheese frosting layer. Oh my God, guys. That's a generous amount of cream cheese. Yeah, that's what she looks like. And I'm here for it. It's tough. It's tough to be patient. It's not my forte. I kind of, not sure if that was half and half, but we're working with it. You know what? It's gonna be just fine. I might even do a swirl for some decorative flair. What? Also, the butter hack. Try it next time. This is going to a 325-degree oven for like an hour. It takes a long time.
1 hour later.
This makes up for that shake because it smells amazing. I'm so excited to dig in. As you can see, we've had a rough day here. Have I cleaned as I went? No, it's been busy. Okay. Whew, hot. There we go. Oh my God. Nobody wants the end. But even that looks holy good. Okay, this, perfection, all in its own. But I feel like because I'm having this right before bed, I know that I need a really satiating bedtime snack. So I'm gonna serve it with a little bit of Greek yogurt right on the side here, and a couple blueberries for some extra fiber, and some pecans as well, just for that extra little bit of crunch and fat. I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Oh, no, I'm just going in. Oh my God. This is not sweet nothings. This is sweet everything. So today was a bit of a mixed bag experience for me personally. On the bright side, we didn't get any like pseudoscience wellness hacks or like overtly, obnoxiously diety foods. And the fact that I didn't have to debunk lemon water for once was a huge plus. Not to mention the burrito hack and that pumpkin cake. Mind blown. I could eat that all day, every day. That said, Crepegate and the shake balls situation left a little bit to be desired. It had potential, but it just slightly missed the mark. I end up doing like a combination of Taylor's weekday and weekend eats because I know personally that is what helped me in my relationship with food. Now, I'm not suggesting that Taylor is struggling with disordered eating or an eating disorder, but I just want to note that recovery is not just like a switch that you can turn on or off. I'm like over a decade after my own recovery, and I still have thoughts that I need to work through because for me, they're grounded in something a lot bigger than my body and food. For me personally, it often has a lot to do with my anxiety, which is kind of obsessive compulsive flavored. I have a super type A personality, and I consider myself a highly sensitive person. We're all humans. This shit is so complicated. And we are all so unique. But I really do feel that I identify with Taylor in a lot of ways, both professionally and personally. This clip right here could have easily just come straight out of my own diary.
You know, my entire moral code as a kid and now is a need to be thought of as good. Do the right thing. Do the good thing. Overall, the main thing that I always tried to be was, like a good girl. I've been trained to be happy when you get a lot of praise. I had that praise of, Taylor, you're doing a good job at your work. You're doing a good job at being a songwriter. You're doing a good job at being a musician. Like those pats on the head were all I lived for.
This is a glaring metaphor for diet culture in my books. Certain foods get labeled as good or clean and others as bad or dirty. In turn, people morally feel good or bad for eating those foods. And when we get praised for our dedication or our commitment or our shrinking body, it reinforces that this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do to be loved and revered. Being an emotionally and physically smaller person. And when you're in the spotlight, I can imagine it's virtually impossible to escape this. But everyone, please repeat after me. I am worthy of foods that nourish my body physically and emotionally, regardless of whether or not it's a Tuesday or a Saturday. I am worthy of praise and approval and respect, regardless of my body shape, size, or what I put on my plate. Well, folks, that's all the Taylor references that I got, and I hope this video was helpful for you on a multitude of levels. If you liked it, be sure to give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below on whose diet you'd like to see me review next. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye!